October the 12th. So Birdman say Tamar sold her out. Family stuff stays private. So when he said Birdman sold her out, he mean Tamar sold Toni out. Here we go. Let's get it started. Okay. Also, uh Birdman calls out Tamar Braxton for betraying Toni. This is bad. I think this is all about, I'm going to say this is allegedly. Allegedly, I think this is all about season 2, episode 1. If y'all was at the dinner table, they was tripping about Ashley coming on, Ashley Braxton, which is Michael Braxton, their brother's daughter, coming on Tamar's podcast to tell her story. Toni told Tamar that I never said it was okay. I said, Joe, your podcast was a clown. We all know that Toni's jealous of Tamar. Because Tamar brought up that she got 3 deceased because Tawanda brought up why she didn't want to, because we heard that you didn't want to film with us. She said, y'all already knew why I didn't want to film with y'all. She said, y'all tried to shut my business down. And Tawanda said, not me. And Trina said, no, not me. But it all came from that mess with they brother. I'm beginning to put, I guess, because the brother was sitting there saying he would sue Ashley, but telling her own story. Yes. And I'm just trying to figure out, how is it that Tamar sold out Toni when Toni, I remember in season 1, Toni was going to bring on Tracy's husband after Tracy passed away to sit down and talk to them, to have a conversation with him about the issues that all of them was having with him. And Tawanda did not want him on there. Yeah, it's true, y'all. It's true. Tawanda said she would never work with that man. I'm gonna say this. Tracy's husband did some things to Tracy, but Tracy forgave him, and everybody, they were asking why that the sisters couldn't forgive him, because it's different. It's different. Everybody don't get it. When the man or the woman does something to your brother or your sister, it's different than for the sisters to forgive them. Yeah, I'm straight up telling y'all. I just try to find out, how did this have anything to do with how did this have anything to do with BIRDMAN. But I'm gonna tell you how it had anything to do with it. When TAMAR exposed it, Toni Braxton, about about Toni wanting Ashley Braxton to come on the show, she said, "No, I didn't. No, I didn't." See, and then TAMAR said, "She lying, y'all." See, it was coming out, and I think it's going to come out. It's gonna come out. Toni is very, very, to me, I want to say sneaky. She's the type of person that I say, I wouldn't trust. So therefore, in my line of work or my line thing, I don't even understand how TAMAR can sit there and be on the same show with them. But them her sisters. So I can understand why, but now, But that's just, yeah. I don't really know. I don't really know, y'all. That's why I sit there and say people just do things and just do things. But Toni, I can tell y'all, Toni have always, to me, been jealous of TAMAR. Toni have never stopped being jealous of TAMAR. Toni don't have no money. You know, Toni don't file bankrupt several times. So that's how come I know what it is with Toni. But y'all, let me let y'all know how y'all feel about this decision. Let me know how do y'all feel about this, not this decision, but let me know how y'all feel about this situation. I know how I feel about this situation. I understand BIRDMAN is Toni's husband, boyfriend, whatever you want to call it. But completely, I think she only married him because the simple fact that she ain't got no money. But that's all I really have to say, y'all. Bye.